Vice President Kashim Shettima says Nigeria is on a new growth trajectory and ready for investments across various sectors. Shettima stated this during a meeting with relevant ministers and heads of agencies at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. NAN reports that the meeting was held ahead of the Nigeria-Brazil Strategic Dialogue Mechanism. Shettima expressed satisfaction with the minister's grasp of key issues for deliberation during the dialogue scheduled for later this year. He urged all key actors to prepare adequately for the meeting.
Brazil and Nigeria share a lot of similarities. Brazil has the highest concentration of people of African descent outside Nigeria. There are more Orisha worshippers in Brazil than in Nigeria. And most of the Brazilians of African descent are tracing their ancestry to the West Coast. We have no business being poor in this country. And where there is a will, there is always the way. And in President Bola Tinubu, we have a leader who has shown that dexterity, that audacity to hope for a better tomorrow. And most of our ministers are square pegs in square holes. So I want to urge you to really take charge of the initiative of the discussions so that we can elevate it to the next level. Let's walk the talk. We can talk from now till eternity. The most important thing is for us to actualize those dreams. Let's continue the conversation. Lastly, again, I will urge our ministers to drive the process. The different strategic focus groups, let them give you weekly updates on how far they have gone.
The Minister of Arts, Culture, Tourism and Creative Economy, Ms. Hannatu Musawa, highlighted the cultural significance of the partnership. Musawa also hinted at plans to rebuild the Nigerian house in Brazil and host an annual Orisha festival.
From my vantage point, we're expecting strong cultural diplomacy between Nigeria and Brazil. As I've said often, the relationship and the partnership between Nigeria and Brazil is a real non-brainer because apart from the fact that we share a lot of cultural similarity, there's a huge population of Brazilians who have of Nigerian descent in Brazil who have a lot of interest to experience, this great culture that we have, specifically from the Southwest. We have already engaged the Brazilians quite actively in signing an MOU, which we're also almost at the finalizing stages. But instead of just stopping at collaborating when it comes to cultural exchanges, we decided to expand that conversation to also include the creative industry. The Brazilian population has a lot of interest in the content and culture and talent and just the creative industry that comes out of Nigeria.